Unit current electricity. Topic: comparison of EMFs of two cells using a potentiometer. Now this is a potentiometer. A potentiometer has two applications which we'll study one by one. Basically, first I'll explain how the construction and various components of potentiometer. Basically, it's a practical device. When you perform the practicals, you'll be using it in two practicals there. So it has two applications. We'll study them. But for the first application is comparison of EMF of two cells. So we will see the circuit diagram for comparison of EMF of two cells. Here basically mainly the potentiometer has several turns of the wire, means a large number of pieces of wire are connected in a zigzag manner as it is shown here, and in between two pieces of wires the metallic contacts are given so that there is conduction or connection, the circuit key remains connected. So these are potentiometer wires, means it contains several wires connected in a zigzag manner like this. And there is a source which provides the power to the circuit, a variable resistance or rheostat R, with resistance that can be varied or changed. A key K1 is connected. This is joining the circuit. Now the two cells having EMFs E1 and E2. So we are comparing the EMFs of two cells E1 and E2. The EMFs are E1 and E2. So what we do is we connected the two cells in a two-way key. Now this is a one-way key. You can either switch on or switch off, but there is a two-way key. In two-way key there are three terminals. You can see 1, 2 and 3. So if you want to keep only cell E1 in the circuit, then you just connect 1 and 3. You put in only 1 and 3 key, and 2 and 3 remain disconnected. Then cell E2 is out of the circuit, only E1 is in the circuit. So, and on the other hand, if you want to keep E2 in the circuit, then you connect the terminals 2 and 3, keep 1 and 3 disconnected. So only cell E2 will be in the circuit, E1 will be not be connected in the circuit. Then whichever key you insert, that cell will be in the circuit, other will be out of the circuit or disconnected. Now what we do is we connect the terminal 3 to a galvanometer and then a jockey. I have already explained to you about a jockey in the portion for meter bridge. So we connect a jockey. Now here there are 2 points shown, N1 and N2. So mainly N1 is the balancing length. Balancing length is when galvanometer shows zero deflection. So when we have just kept E1 in the circuit, means 1 and 3 are connected, then the balancing length comes at point N1, and then we remove the connection between 1 and 3 and connect 2 and 3. That means E2 is in the circuit. Then the balancing length is N2 at point N2. So this is how it works. What we do is one by one we keep E1 and E2 in the circuit and determine the balancing points N1 and N2 respectively. Now the principle of working of a potentiometer is as that suppose the point A is considered as the starting point for measurement of length. So for any point which is at a distance L from the point A, we keep measuring the lengths on the wires. So suppose any point is at a distance L from the initial or starting point A, then the potential difference between A and that point under consideration is given by E is equal to phi into L, where phi is the potential drop per unit length. Now if phi is potential drop for unit length, then for length L it will be phi into L. This is the principle of working of potentiometer, important point. Now for comparison of EMF, what we do here is we insert E1 in the circuit by connecting 1 and 3, and find the balancing point, just like we did in meter bridge. We keep sliding the jockey on the wires, and we reach a point where galvanometer shows zero deflection. Here the point is N1 for cell E1. Then we measure the distance of N1 from A. So we measure the length of N1 from A. Suppose it is L1. Then the EMF corresponding to this length can be given as phi L1, because phi is same, because the material of wire is same for the whole potentiometer. So first cell E1 can be given as phi L1. Now similarly we connect E2 in the circuit by connecting 2 and 3. We disconnect E1 and connect E2 in the circuit, and then we find the balancing point by similar way, sliding the jockey. So suppose it is at N2, and if the distance of distance between or length between A and N2 is L2, then the EMF in this case is given by E2 equal to phi L2. Now for comparison, we take the ratio of the two, or we divide 1 by 2, that is phi L1 upon phi L2. So we get the ratio of EMFs L1 by L2. That means we just have to find, practically we just have to find the balancing lengths first by connecting E1 in the circuit, then by connecting E2 in the circuit, one by one, and the ratio of these balancing lengths give us the ratio of the EMF of the two cells. In this way we can compare the EMFs of two cells by using a potentiometer.